Thunderstorms is capable of producing tornadoes and widespread significant wind damage. Don't wait to see or hear this tornado if it's out there. For your protection, move to an interior room on the lowest floor of a building. So those are the tornado warnings that we have right now. We also have a severe thunderstorm warning for northwestern Christian, Stone, Lawrence, and southwestern Greene counties until midnight. We have a severe thunderstorm warning that just expired for Newton and McDonald counties. And we also have a flash flood warning for Barton and northwestern Jasper counties that runs until 4:45 in the morning. Let's send it to Intisar Faulkner, and then we'll send it to the mobile units. Intisar is tracking KTTS interactive radar. And Intisar, what are you seeing?
Well, again, Don, these storms moving pretty quickly through Aurora right now and Mount Vernon down towards Berry County through Cassville, seeing some heavier rain as well. These storms seem to be pushing towards the northeast, so up towards Greenfield, still seeing some heavier stuff, as well as Billings, Crane, and Hurley now in the path of this heavier rain. I'm Intisar Faulkner, KTTS Storm Chaser coverage.
And we have two mobile units out right now. Let's start with KTTS's Jason Rima.
All right, and Don, I'm here in the Battlefield area near FF and the Republic Road, and we've been dealing with the lightning here. A little bit of light rain, but really not too much in the way of that. Noticing that we're getting maybe just a little bit more of a breeze effect here, but it's kind of hard to see that here at night. We definitely still have the fog, that and the lightning, and still hearing the tornado sirens going off in the background as well. Let's go over to Joe Rios.
Yeah, we're currently in the south part of Springfield right now. We're heading around the Battlefield area, Battlefield Road, that is, eastbound to around Kansas Expressway. As far as the weather situation here, really not too much. A lot of lightning to the southwest part of Springfield. Rain pretty light as well, but we do hear the sirens in this part of Springfield, so we will definitely keep you up to date as we continue to track this tornado warning across the Ozarks within here in Greene County. Joe Rios, KTTS Storm Chaser coverage.
Again, folks, this is a tornado warning, and it is in effect for parts of the Springfield metro area. That's why all of our Summit Media stations are joining up right now for this coverage. This is a serious situation. You need to be taking shelter right now if you live in these areas. Northwestern Christian, and you hear the KTTS tornado warning tones. Northwestern Christian and southern Lawrence counties, you're under a tornado warning until 11:45. Greene County, this does include the city of Springfield, and east central Lawrence County, this is a tornado warning until midnight. Again, radar indicated rotation. We have had 0 reports so far of an actual tornado touchdown, but the conditions are certainly very favorable for it, very ripe for it right now. Sirens going off in Nixa. A safe room is open in Seymour right now for folks who can safely get over there. This is from the Emergency Management Director. Again, safe room is open in Seymour. We also have the sirens going off. I mentioned in Nixa, small hail reported in Aurora. Those are just some of the reports that we're getting right now. And we have another tornado warning that is coming over, so stand by for that. All right, the National Weather Service has issued a tornado warning for Webster and Christian counties until 12:15 a.m. This is a part of a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado. This line of severe storms is located from Republic to near Galena, moving east at 65 miles per hour. This is a radar-indicated rotation, as has all of these tornado warnings so far. Nixa, Marshfield, Seymour, Highlandville, Fordland, Spokane, Ozark, Rogersville, if you're in the Sparta area, Diggins, over toward Oldfield and Bruner, Linden, Chadwick, Northview. If you're on I-44 between the 91 and the 100-mile markers there in Webster County, you are in the path of this storm. A tornado warning for Webster and Christian counties until 12:15. Make sure that you take shelter immediately. We have another tornado warning for Greene County, including the city of Springfield, east central Lawrence County, as well as, and that goes until midnight. Tornado warning, we have 2 of them that are set to expire at 11:45. One is for northwestern Christian County, which is a little bit different than the rest of Christian County that we have now. This goes until 11:45. That also includes southern Lawrence County. Also, Stone and Berry counties under a tornado warning until 11:45. Let's send it to KTTS's Joe Rios, who is out chasing these storms right now. Joe? All right, that is the EAS activation of the tornado warning that was just issued by the National Weather Service for Christian and Webster counties until 12:15. Let's go over the specifics of that one again. If you're in these communities, your storm sirens are going off right now. Nixa, Marshfield, Seymour, Highlandville, Fordland, Spokane, Northview, Chadwick, the Ozark-Rogersville area, Sparta and Fremont Hills, and then along Highway 60, Diggins, then also down in Christian County, Oldfield, Linden. This is a tornado warning for Webster and Christian counties. This is a radar-indicated rotation, and these severe thunderstorms are certainly capable of producing a tornado. They're moving east at 65 miles per hour. We understand that the sirens have been activated in Seymour and that the Seymour safe room is open right now. The sirens are also going off in Nixa. And you're hearing the KTTS tornado warning tones there. We've had reports of some small hail in Aurora. Also, the Republic shelter is open. All of these coming in right now from emergency management and law enforcement. And then we have ice. Ice is accumulating on some elevated and grassy surfaces over in eastern Kansas, and some of that's going to be moving into our area where we have an ice storm warning up to the northwest of Springfield tonight. We also just had a report of a 60-mile-an-hour wind gust out at the Springfield-Branson National Airport. That is a severe wind gust. So make sure that you're taking shelter from these dangerous storms. Make sure that you're in a basement or an interior room on the lowest floor of a sturdy building, and avoid those windows. If you're outdoors in a mobile home or a vehicle, move to the closest substantial shelter and protect yourself from flying debris. Recapping, a tornado warning for Webster and Christian counties. That is the newest warning, and that is in effect until 12:15. We also have a tornado warning for Greene and east central Lawrence counties until midnight, a tornado warning for northwestern Christian and southern Lawrence counties until 11:45, and a tornado warning for Stone and northern Berry counties until 11:45. All right, now let's send it back to the mobile units. We'll start with KTTS's Jason Rima.
All right, so Don, I'm headed south right now on Highway 13, a 160 headed toward the Nixa area, kind of trying to place myself what sounds like in between two cells, or at least where we could have some possibility of some activity here. Just getting some light rain coming down right now on South Campbell here near the Library Center as I'm headed south. Still had some pretty good lightning, and just had a big lightning display south of me where I could kind of see some of the clouds just briefly. Again, this is what makes it hard to storm a spot late at night, because you can't see the clouds, so you really can't see what's coming at you. Let's go over to Joe Rios.
Yeah, we're currently within the Springfield Metro, heading along now Sunshine, eastbound from Campbell, making our way towards the eastern parts of the listening area, towards Highway 65. As far as here in Springfield, as far as rain activity, more of a light rain, a little bit of a wind picking up. But as far as any more of a lightning show, we're still hearing quite a bit of sirens heading pretty much all across the Ozarks as we continue to make way towards the eastern parts of Springfield and the Metro. Let's send it out to KTTS reporter Intisar Faulkner. I'm Joe Rios, KTTS, doing Jason coverage.
All right, we'll check in with Intisar on KTTS Interactive Radar. And Intisar, you've been tracking these storms as they formed tonight and now have pushed through the Springfield metro area. What are you seeing with these storms, particularly those ones extending from the Springfield area down into Christian and parts of Stone County?
These storms moving pretty quickly, as I said earlier, seem to be moving towards the northeast. Right now, heaviest through Republic, Billings, Clever, all the way down to Crane through Hurley. And Jenkins still getting hit a little bit with some of that heavier rain, moving up towards Halltown and Ash Grove. So again, these storms pushing through the northeast, headed towards Springfield, heaviest right now between Republic and Battlefield. I'm Intisar Faulkner, KTTS Storm Chaser coverage.
All right, we have several tornado warnings that are in effect. So if you're just joining us, let's run down the list for you right now. We have a tornado warning for Greene County. This does include the city of Springfield. If you're in Springfield, Battlefield, Fair Grove, Republic, Willard, Stratford, your storm sirens are going off right now. Also included with this tornado warning is East Central Lawrence County. So Mount Vernon, Halltown, are some of the Chesapeake, some of the areas included in Lawrence County. This is a radar-indicated rotation that prompted the National Weather Service to issue this tornado warning for the city of Springfield and Greene County and also East Central Lawrence County. The same goes with the tornado warning for Webster and Christian counties. It's in effect until 12:15. Nixa, Seymour, Marshfield areas, Highlandville, Ozark, Sparta, Fremont Hills. This is a line of severe thunderstorms capable of producing a tornado extending from Republic to near Galena, moving east at 65 miles per hour. A tornado warning for Stone and northern Berry counties until 11:45. That's set to expire here in another minute or so, and we'll let you know if that ends up getting extended. This does include the Table Rock Lake area, Crane, Reed Spring, Wheaton, Cassville, and Galena areas. And it looks like we still have pretty heavy cell there in Stone County, so that warning may end up getting extended. We also have a tornado warning for specifically northwestern Christian County. This is going to be the Clever and Billings area, as well as southern Lawrence County, Pierce City, Marionville included in this warning. Again, radar-indicated rotation. We have had no reports of actual tornado touchdowns. We have had reports of 60-mile-per-hour winds out at the airport. The storm sirens have been going off in a number of communities across the Ozarks. We have the storm shelter open in Seymour. We also have the Republic shelter that's open. So if you can safely get to those areas, make sure that you do. But if not, make sure that you're taking shelter in the basement or an interior room on the lowest floor of a sturdy building. Avoid windows. And if you're outdoors in a mobile home or a vehicle, move to the closest substantial shelter to protect yourself from flying debris. This cluster of thunderstorms that's prompted these tornado warnings is capable of producing tornadoes and widespread significant wind damage. So don't wait to see or hear the tornado. For your protection, go ahead and move to an interior room or on the lowest floor of the building, and we'll let you know when we have that all clear. A lot of folks have tornado shelters, so that's good. We'll be with you in your tornado shelter until this danger passes. So in addition to the tornado warnings, we have some severe thunderstorm warnings, including one for northwestern Christian, Stone, Lawrence, and southwestern Greene counties. That is scheduled to go until midnight. And then we have a flash flood warning for Barton and northwestern Jasper counties until 4:45, and that is Thursday morning.
KTTS Storm Chaser First Alert.
The National Weather Service has issued another severe thunderstorm warning. This is for northern Stone County, and it goes until midnight. This is a storm that's located near Galena or 10 miles southwest of Highlandville. It's moving east at 65 miles per hour. So 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail are going to be possible in the Galena area and the Hurley area as well. So that's what we have. No additional tornado warning, but a severe thunderstorm warning for the folks in northern Stone County. All right, let's see what we have coming in from the National Weather Service right now. We do have a report of some pea-sized hail in the center of Republic over on Elm Street. We've also had reports of some 60-mile-per-hour winds out at the Springfield Branson National Airport. We want to point out to you that we've had no reports of damage right now. We've had no reports of a tornado touchdown, but we have several different tornado warnings. These are radar-indicated rotation, prompting the National Weather Service to issue these tornado warnings that are in effect right now, and that's also what's causing us to interrupt programming on all of our stations here in Springfield. The tornado warning is in effect until, let's see here, well, we had two of them that are expiring, Stone and Northern Berry, And then we have one expiring for northwestern Christian and southern Lawrence counties. The National Weather Service replaced one of those tornado warnings with a severe thunderstorm warning for Stone County. But the tornado warnings that are still in effect are one for Webster and Christian counties until 12:15, and one for Greene County, including the city of Springfield, as well as east central Lawrence County until midnight. And we also have a severe thunderstorm warning for southwestern Greene County, northwestern Christian, Stone, and Lawrence counties until midnight. In addition to that, severe thunderstorm warning that was just issued for northern Stone County until midnight. So these things are moving really fast as they track through the Ozarks. Some peace-sized hail being reported to Kansas Expressway and Atlantic in Springfield. Indusar Faulkner tracking these storms on KTTS Interactive Radar. Indusar, take us through these one at a time as these storms move through the Springfield metro area.
Yep, Don, this rain now starting to push through Greene County at least. Right now hitting Republic and Battlefield. Not quite towards Springfield just yet, but Republic and Battlefield are in that zone, as well as down towards Clever. Down in Stone County, Galena starting to get hit with that heavier rain, as well as around Crane still getting hit with heavier stuff right now. So again, these storms pushing through the northeast, moving pretty quickly. Battlefield now starting to get hit with some of that heavier rain. I'm Indusar Faulkner, KTTS Storm Chaser coverage.
Let's send it back out to the mobile units, and we'll start with KTTS's Jason Rima.
And you really can't drive very fast at all right now. I can tell you the posted speed limit here on Highway 160 between Springfield and Nixa is 55. I can only do about 40, and that's what I've been doing all the way down here. I think I went 45, maybe 50 at one point, and a wind gust grabbed the car and threw it to the left. So you really have to watch your speed. Major lightning here, water being blown all over the roadway. It's just, we've got, red lights going off, traffic lights that are flashing red here. And I want to say thanks to the first responders that are out here. We've had some sheriff's deputies at some of the intersections making sure people are getting through okay and making sure that they're stopping completely. But it is really hard to see and really hard to drive here in Nixa here at 14 and 160. Let's go over to Joe.
Yeah, we're currently in the area of South Glenstone here in Springfield to the James River Freeway. Traffic along Springfield roadways moving very slow because this amount of rainfall has picked up quite a bit. Wind is picking up, visibility reduced quite a bit. We're going probably less than 40 miles per hour in this area. We're going to be tracking along James River Freeway, heading eastbound towards Republic as that storm continues to make way northeast into the Springfield area. Joe Rios, KTTS Storm Chaser coverage.
All right, Joe, the National Weather Service has allowed the tornado warning for east central Lawrence County to be canceled, and a tornado warning does remain in effect, though, until midnight for eastern Greene County. This is the storm capable of producing a tornado located near Springfield. It is moving northeast at 70 miles per hour. This is the Springfield area, Stratford, Brookline, Battlefield, Fair Grove, Galloway. Your tornado siren should still be continuing to go off because this tornado warning is still in effect for another 9 minutes until midnight. This is for eastern Greene County. This was a tornado warning that was initially issued for Greene County, but now it is tracked into the eastern part of the county. But again, the good news is if you're over in Lawrence County, central Lawrence County, you are no longer under that threat. So let's see if there's any new information coming over from the National Weather Service. We just had a wind. Said we didn't have any wind damage reports. We just had one. This is going to be just northwest of Purdy down in Berry County. Some heavy damage reported to a concrete silo and also telephone lines snapped. Again, this is just northwest of Purdy. In Seymour, just got an update from our friend Bob Crump at Emergency Management there. No rain, no winds at the present time. However, the Seymour shelter is open right now if you're able to safely get over there. And also, we have reports that the shelter in Republic is open tonight as well. All right, here are the warnings that we have right now. We have a tornado warning that remains in effect until midnight. This is for eastern Greene County. This does include the city of Springfield as well as Stratford and over toward Brookline, Turner's, Battlefield. So it's obviously a little bit more than just eastern Greene County, but the storm is quickly tracking over into the eastern part of the county. We have Webster and Christian counties under a tornado warning until 12:15. And we also have a severe thunderstorm warning until midnight for northwestern Christian, Stone, Lawrence, and southwestern Greene counties, and a severe thunderstorm warning for northern Stone County until midnight. Intisar Faulkner tracking these storms on KTTS Interactive Radar. Intisar, what's the latest?
Well, right now it is moving towards Springfield. That heavier rain now hitting Springfield, still moving through Brookline and Battlefield. So again, if you're around this area, make sure that you are taking cover around Clever, Battlefield. Like I said, still getting hit pretty hard with this rain towards Brookline and Galloway, also in the path of this storm. I'm Intisar Faulkner, KTTS Storm Chaser coverage.
KTTS Storm Chaser First Alert.
Or in a vehicle, move to the closest substantial shelter and protect yourself from flying debris. Repeating, a tornado warning has been issued until 12:30 a.m. Central Standard Time Thursday for the following counties: in Missouri, Christian, Stone, and Taney.
All right, that is the EAS notification on the tornado warning we were just telling you about. This is a tornado warning for southeastern Christian, northwestern Taney, and east central Stone counties. This runs until 12:30 a.m. This is a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado located near Reed Spring. This thing is tracking off to the east at 60 miles per hour. In addition to a tornado, ping-pong ball size hail is possible in the Merriam Woods, Taneyville, Garrison, Reed Spring, and Walnut Shade areas. So that is one of a few tornado warnings we have. We have a tornado warning that goes until midnight for eastern Greene County. This does include Springfield and Stratford, also the Battlefield and Fair Grove areas. And then we have a tornado warning that goes until 12:15 in the morning for Webster and Christian counties, Nix, Marshfield, Seymour, Highlandville areas. And again, all of these radar-indicated rotation. No reports of actual tornado touchdowns right now. We do have Stratford Fire reporting 60 to 70 mile per hour winds. So these storms are, in addition to being capable of producing a tornado, are producing some very strong, damaging wind gusts right now of 60 to 70 miles per hour. We've also had a report of power outage in the Stratford area. This is going to be just north of I-44. We've had some small hail in the last several minutes falling in the North Nix area, CC and Old Castle. We have rain and light wind being reported in Fremont Hills right now. Storm sirens that apparently went off for a while are back on now in Ozark. They have reactivated the storm sirens, heavy wind and rain, and they still have power. So that's good news for the folks in Ozark. So those are the latest reports we have coming in right now. We also have the National Weather Service allowing the severe thunderstorm warning for northwestern Christian, Stone, as well as Lawrence and southwestern Greene counties to expire at midnight as scheduled. We have a severe thunderstorm warning that goes until midnight as well for northern Stone counties. Let's send it back to the mobile units. Jason Rima and Joe Rios both out there chasing these storms around the area for us tonight. Let's start with Jason Rima.
All right, so Don, I'm still in Nixa, but headed north, and you were talking about the wind in Stratford, and I can believe it because that's what we were getting here maybe just 10 minutes or so ago, and of course part of that same storm system. But right now, just some light stuff here, light rain. Still a lot of lightning around me, mainly to the south of here, of course, where that new warning was issued for parts of Stone and Taney and southeastern Christian counties. but at the moment, not a whole lot to speak of here in Nixa. Let's go over to Joe Rios.
Yeah, Jason, we're currently in the southeast part of Springfield. Initially, we shifted the turn from Glenstone. We're now heading eastbound on James River towards the flyover. With the visibility and the amount of rain coming down, heavy winds, we decided instead of going over the flyover, we're looping down 65 from Evans Road, heading north up because it's just, well, just to put it plainly, the driving on the highway and to any areas, the rain is causing that visibility to be reduced quite a bit. A lot of more rainfall. You can really see the sheets of water and rain as it tracks across the windshield here. Very few vehicles are out, which is a good choice not to be on this particular type of system. A lot of heavy rain, a lot of heavy winds. We are seeing some light poles starting to shake a little bit here. The traffic signals, we're currently near Evans Road and 65. We're going to be tracking north on the highway. Joe Rios, KTTS, Storm Chaser coverage.
You're listening to continuous severe weather coverage on 94.7 today's KTTS Springfield, 106.7 The River KRVI Mount Vernon, Power 96.5 KSBW Sparta Springfield, and News Talk KSGF Ash Grove Springfield.
All right, it's almost midnight, 1 minute till midnight, and we have a very dangerous weather situation in the metro area right now. We're getting reports of some rotation east of Stratford, heading into Webster County, and that area is under a tornado warning right now. Here are the tornado warnings that we have. We have one that is set to expire for eastern Greene County here in another minute or so. We'll keep a close watch on that one for you. The tornado warning for Webster and Christian counties goes until 12:15. The tornado warning for southeastern Christian, northwestern Taney, and east central Stone counties, that's a tornado warning that goes until 12:30. And then we also have a severe thunderstorm warning until set to expire here at midnight for the folks in northern Stone County. We've also had some flash flooding concerns where we've had a lot of rain off to the west of Springfield. Barton and northwestern Jasper counties are under a flash flood warning until 4:45 a.m. Thursday. And then we have a very serious situation unfolding to the northwest of Springfield where an ice storm warning is in effect until noon tomorrow, now noon later today, for Barton, Cedar, Hickory, Jasper, and St. Clair counties. A winter weather advisory until noon Thursday for areas along and north of I-44. Much colder weather is going to be sweeping in tonight into the overnight hours, and temperatures are going to plummet throughout the day. And we have an icing situation that is going to be occurring off to the northwest of Springfield. We also have a dense fog advisory. It's still even tough all day long and all evening long driving around Springfield. The dense fog advisory goes until 3 a.m. for areas along and south of I-44. Those same areas are also under a flood watch through Thursday afternoon. Want to check in with Jason Rima. Jason, I heard you some traffic a minute ago. Want to make sure you're okay out there.
Telling Joe Rios on the two-way that there's just enough water on the road that if you're going even just a little bit, and I was only going about 40 miles an hour, but I was going across the bridge and hit some water, and boy, pulled the car real close to the bridge, gave me a pretty good scare there. So, yeah, just those fun times trying to do storm spotting at night.
Yeah, it's a dangerous situation. Please be careful, Joe. Where are you, and what do you have?
We're currently now moved a little bit further north along Highway 65. We're actually going right under the flyover, like mentioned earlier to Jason off air there, that the amount of visibility and driving over that flyover with the wind, we weren't going to take that chance. So we're going up 65. The rain has let up quite a bit here in the last 4 minutes. Now here, momentarily in the last report, it was coming down so hard, there were some vehicles pulling to the side of the road along the highway, the ones that were out here. So we are just taking our time, heading up 65 to that approach in the eastern parts of Greene County here in Springfield. Joe Rios, KTTS, Storm Chaser coverage.
All right, Joe, and once this line sweeps through, there's really
Service in Springfield has issued a tornado warning for northern Webster County until 12:15 a.m. Central Standard Time. At 12:01 a.m. Central Standard Time, A severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located near Marshfield, moving northeast at 75 miles per hour. Expected hazards include tornado. This is a radar-indicated threat. The following impacts are expected. Flying debris will be dangerous to those caught without shelter. Mobile homes will be damaged or destroyed. Damage to roofs, windows, and vehicles will occur. Tree damage is likely. Locations impacted include Niangua, Ritter. This includes Interstate 44 between mile markers 101 and 108. Take cover now. Move to a basement or an interior room on the lowest floor of a sturdy building. Avoid windows. If you are outdoors, in a mobile home, or in a vehicle, move to the closest substantial shelter and protect yourself from flying debris. This cluster of thunderstorms is capable of producing tornadoes and widespread significant wind damage. Do not wait to see or hear the tornado. For your protection, move to an interior room on the lowest floor of a building. Repeating, a tornado warning has been issued until 12:15 a.m. Central Standard Time for the following county: Webster, Missouri.
All right, the EAS notification there of the tornado warning that was just issued by the National Weather Service. This also goes until 12:15 a.m. This is a tornado warning for northern Webster County, Niangua, Raider, the two towns that are being impacted the most by this particular tornado that's moving through northern Webster County. And again, we say tornado. This is a radar-indicated rotation. Still no reports of any tornado touchdowns. However, we have had reports of some quarter-size hail in the Highlandville area. We had some pea-sized hail just a little while ago in Ozark. We also have had rain and some light wind in Fremont Hills. Power outage reported in Stratford, north of I-44, where we had some 60 to 70 mile per hour winds move through. And let's see here. The Seymour, we've had reports of not a lot of winds. That's as about 11:52 there, and they did have the storm shelter open in Seymour as well. So the warnings that are still in effect, and these storms are moving very rapidly off to the north and east at up to 75 miles per hour. The latest tornado warning is one for northern Webster County. This goes until 12:15, another 10 minutes from now. We also have a tornado warning for Webster and Christian counties until 12:15. This does include the Nixa and Ozark and Marshfield, Rogersville, Sparta areas. And then we have a severe thunderstorm warning for northern Stone County until, well, actually that has just expired. So that's what we have right now. We also have a very serious situation with an icing situation up to the northwest of Springfield, where Cedar, Hickory, Jasper, and St. Clair counties, as well as Barton County, under an ice storm warning until noon on Thursday. No more damage reports coming in the last several minutes. We're going to continue to stay on all of our stations until at least 12:15 when the Webster Christian tornado warning expires. And then we have this other one for northern Webster County that is also scheduled to expire 12:15. Intisar, what are you seeing over in Webster and Christian counties on KTTS Interactive Radar?
Well, Don, as you said earlier, these storms moving pretty rapidly towards the northeast. Our heaviest rainfall right now I'm seeing is between Highlandville and Spokane, getting that heaviest rainfall right now. And then if we move over towards Ozark, also getting some heavier stuff through Fremont Hills, Galloway, and Sparta. But again, heaviest rainfall right now is going to be between Highlandville and Spokane, down towards Stone County, pretty much clearing out through that area, though, down towards Galena, but still getting some moving through Greene County around Nixa. I'm Intisar Faulkner, KTTS Storm Chaser coverage.
Intisar, let's send it back out to the mobile units for another check of how things are looking out there with both Joe Rios and Jason Rima. We'll start with Joe. Joe, where are you? What do you have?
Okay, we're currently I-44 from 65. We're going to be tracking back to the south. The rain, as far as amount of the system, is pretty much lighting up here. See a lot more activity of the lightning further to the south. As far as here in the northeast part of Springfield, not looking too bad, but we're heading towards Highway 65 south to Ozark as we see a lot of that system, more activity down that way. So as far as here in northeast Springfield, the rain has let up quite a bit, and wind, another big thing, big factor, that has let up as well. So we're not seeing too much in northeast Springfield now heading south on 65. Joe Rios, KTTS, coverage.
And
all right, so
ahead,
Joe,
Jason.
I'm headed east on James River right now from Campbell and James River, and I don't see anything behind me here, but all the lightning seems to be in front of me. So it is moving off to the east very quickly, and just not even really getting any rainfall here on the south side of Springfield at the moment. I'm Jason Rima, KTTS Storm Chaser coverage.
Yeah, Jason, it looks like it has all moved over toward the Stratford area, and if you're heading down toward Nixon, Ozark, you're going to be running into it in the heart of Christian County. Marshfield, this storm is headed your way in just a little bit. If you're up in the Fair Grove area, you're going to be getting some pretty intense rainfall. But, yeah, it stopped raining on the southwest side of Springfield, down into the panhandle of Christian County. It's starting to clear out over in Berry and Lawrence counties, also starting to clear out in the Joplin area and areas along I-49, although we are continuing to monitor storms that are moving through northeastern Oklahoma right now that may be impacting the area later. But right now, as far as this round, and there's going to be definitely a break after this, these storms are moving off awfully fast, and they have cleared Highway 65 and are now tracking off to the east of Highway 65. There's one warning that when I mentioned the recap of the warnings that I failed to mention a couple of minutes ago that we talked about earlier, a tornado warning for southeastern Christian County, northwestern Taney, and east central Stone counties. This is affecting the Merriam Woods, Taneyville, Garrison, Reed Spring area, Walnut Shade. If you're in these areas, you need to take cover now. Move to a basement or an interior room on the lowest floor of a sturdy building. If there are windows nearby, make sure that you stay away from windows. If you're outdoors, maybe stuck in a mobile home or in a vehicle, get out of the vehicle, get out of the mobile home, and move to the closest substantial shelter and protect yourself from flying debris. Very serious weather situation unfolding. These are tornado warnings that were predicted by the National Weather Service. They knew all day long that we would have a threat for these storms, really, from Springfield on south, and that's exactly where they are tonight and now early this morning. So we've had plenty of time to prepare for these. Now you do need to be taking shelter if you are in southeastern Christian County, northwestern Taney, and east central Stone counties. That's a tornado warning until 12:30. Northern Webster County until 12:15, and Webster and Christian counties until 12:15. The very latest from the National Weather Service, nothing new in the last couple of minutes, so that's good. We've had no additional damage reports come in. We did have a damage report come over earlier, and that was going to be to a concrete silo in the Purdy area in Berry County, 4 miles northwest of Purdy, and that's the only thunderstorm wind damage we've had come over so far. We want to stress, and you're maybe just getting up late at night and hearing these storm warning sirens going off in your community. There has not been any reports of a tornado touchdown. These are all radar-indicated rotation. That has prompted the National Weather Service to issue these tornado warnings, that meaning that a tornado could drop from these storms at any moment. But we've had no reports of one touchdown at this time, and we've had very few damage reports come in so far, which is good news. We do have another severe thunderstorm warning that is getting ready to come through here. Let me make sure that I have the information on it, and here we go.
KTTS Storm Chaser First Alert.
The National Weather Service now issuing a severe thunderstorm warning for Douglas County until 1:15. This is a storm that is located just south of Sparta, and it's moving east at 60 miles per hour. And big hail producer here. Golf ball size hail is possible with this storm, as well as 60-mile-per-hour winds. So if you're in Ava, Van Zandt, Rome, Squires, Dogwood, Drury, Gentryville, make sure that you are safely inside and especially away from windows. Treat it almost like a tornado warning, because golf ball size hail is possible with this storm. That has prompted the National Weather Service to issue a severe thunderstorm warning for Douglas County. Now, no rotation or anything like that yet that would make it a tornado warning. It's a severe thunderstorm warning, but certainly if it's going to be producing hail that big, there is certainly a threat for a tornado to possibly accompany that, and we'll let you know if that warning changes. So that is the latest severe thunderstorm warning that we have. Another recap of the tornado warnings. Webster and Christian counties, you're under the gun for another 3 minutes for tornado warning until 12:15 a.m. Northern Webster County also for another 3 minutes until 12:15. That's the Niagara and Raider areas. And until 12:30, another 18 minutes from now, a tornado warning for southeastern Christian, northwestern Taney, and east central Stone counties. Merriam Woods, Taneyville, Garrison, Reed Spring. Folks in those communities, you should be hearing those storm warning sirens going off. In addition to tornado, ping pong balls ice hail is possible as a result of that storm. Now, Indusar Faulkner has been tracking these storms throughout the night on KTTS Interactive Radar. And by the way, the Weather Service just canceled the tornado warning for Stone County. Make sure that we have the correct info here. This is for East Central Stone County. So that was a warning that was scheduled to go until 12:30, but the storm that prompted that warning has already moved out of Stone County and is now in northwestern Taney and southeastern Christian County. So we can take Stone County out of the warning. If you're in East Central Stone County, you are in the clear. Now, Indusar, these storms moving really rapidly. Tell me where they are right now, and we are, most importantly, where they're headed next on KTTS Interactive Radar.
Don, these storms are pushing through pretty quickly. Right now, seeing the heaviest rainfall between Sparta and Chadwick out in Christian County. Ozark also still getting hit a little bit with that heavier rain, but heaviest right now of all of our areas are moving through Sparta and Chadwick. Up towards Rogersville, getting hit pretty hard in Webster County, as well as Marshfield and Elkland also still getting hit with that heavier rain. These storms, again, pushing towards the northeast. Now it seems more so towards the east of Springfield, not so much as the north, but more so towards the east right now. And again, Sparta and Chadwick getting that heaviest rainfall. I'm Indusar Faulkner, KTTS Storm Chaser coverage.
All right, here in just a couple of minutes, provided that these warnings set to expire at 12:15 do expire, we'll send it back to regular programming. We are still closely following a tornado warning, though, that's in effect until 12:30. This is for southeastern Christian County and northwestern Taney County. So we'll see what becomes of that here in the next little bit, and also make sure that these warnings for northern Webster and Christian counties expire as scheduled here at 12:15. So we'll find that out very shortly here. And while we're doing that, let's go ahead and do another check with the mobile units. We'll start with KTTS's Jason Ryman.
Hold on, I have to say, I really, truly hope that with the wind speeds that were associated with these storms that there was really nobody hurt tonight. You know, that always is the possibility with the kind of storms that we get. These are kind of summer-like storms, in the wintertime, and it's not something we don't have, but something we don't want, that's for sure. Right now on the south side of Springfield, which is where I am, not getting really anything, just the wet streets at the moment. So let's go over to Joe Rios.
Yeah, we're currently area now. We made our way down to Highway 65. We're actually here in Ozark approaching CC, and the rain has picked up just a little bit, but wind not as wind as we had earlier. And as far as the amount of rainfall, that has let up quite a bit. And drivers still out here, though, being very cautious. And keep in mind, if you are traveling along Highway 65, just south of Evans Road, as you head into Ozark, keep in mind they had some road work there. And inside that median lane there, they have that blocks is reducing the lanes just a bit. So be aware if you're doing any travel on Highway 65, may cause a little bit of a slight delay. So take your time from Ozark, heading back up to Springfield, North 65. Joe Rios, KTTS, Storm Chaser coverage.
KTTS Storm Chaser First Alert.
The National Weather Service has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for Douglas County. This is over in the orange zone on your KTTS Storm Alert map, and it goes until 1:15 a.m. The National Weather Service says the severe thunderstorm was located south of Sparta, or about 12 miles southeast of Ozark. It's moving east at 60 miles per hour. Golf balls, ice hail, and 60-mile-per-hour winds will be possible with this storm as it moves through areas such as Ava, Van Zandt, Drury, Gentryville, Rome, and Squires. This is a severe thunderstorm warning for Douglas County until 1:15 a.m. We also have a severe thunderstorm warning for Webster and Wright counties that was issued just a couple of minutes ago, and that will go until 1 a.m. Marshfield, Seymour, Fordland, Norwood, Mountain Grove, Mansfield, Hartville, all under this severe thunderstorm warning. Not a tornado warning, though. Now, good news over in Webster and Christian counties. The National Weather Service has allowed that tornado warning to expire. The tornado threat has diminished, and the tornado warning has been canceled. However, damaging winds remain likely, and a severe thunderstorm warning remains in effect for Webster County. So again, the National Weather Service canceling the tornado warning, or it's been allowed to expire for Webster and Christian counties. Now, we still had the one in northern Webster County that we have not gotten an official word on. That was also scheduled to expire at 12:15, so we're going to keep checking that closely as well. And there it is, I think. Yep, there it is. The tornado warning for northern Webster County has expired as well. The tornado threat is diminished, therefore the Weather Service has allowed that warning to be canceled. So the only tornado warning that we have right now, and you need to be taking shelter if you are in these areas, Taneyville and Garrison, we have a tornado warning until 12:30 for southeastern Christian County and north central Taney counties. And those storms moving pretty rapidly off to the northeast and east at about 50 miles per hour. In addition to a possible tornado, ping pong ball size hail is possible with this particular storm. We had reports of just southeast of Republic, quarter-size hail. That actually came in earlier. That's about a 2-hour-old report when we first got our severe thunderstorm warning for Greene County. We've had reports in the Highlandville area of hail up to the size of golf balls. That's, again, in the Highlandville area as those storms move through Christian County. So let's recap what we have right now. We have a tornado warning that's still in effect, and that's why you're hearing the tornado warning tones here on KTTS. That goes until 12:30 for southeastern Christian and north central Taney counties. This is a possible tornado that was indicated on radar, rotation on radar, as well as ping pong ball size hail. That's for Taneyville and Garrison, the two big communities in the path of that storm. We also have a severe thunderstorm warning for Webster and Wright counties until 1 a.m. and a severe thunderstorm warning for Douglas County until 1:15 a.m. The Weather Service says the line of storms is now moving through Webster and eastern Christian counties. They're monitoring that area northeast of Garrison very closely. So we're going to keep it here for just a little while longer before we send you back to regular programming because of this tornado warning that's still in effect. And then we're going to see if we have another one that may need to be issued over in Webster and eastern Christian counties. Because that storm is still very much in the heart of Webster County and also in the eastern part of Christian County as we track it on KTTS Interactive Radar. And again, off to the west of Springfield, we're starting to get the rain has come to an end in the Joplin area. Now, as you start heading up toward Nevada, you're going to run into some, but it's ended in Joplin. It's ended around the Mount Vernon area. Those heavy cells that moved through Berry County earlier, it's ended there. But we are still tracking some storms that are in northeastern Oklahoma. Now, we've had no reports come in yet of any major icing to the northwest of Springfield. However, when these temperatures begin to fall,
Service in Springfield has issued a tornado warning for western Douglas County, east central Christian County, until 1 a.m. Central Standard Time. At 12:20 a.m. Central Standard Time, a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located 11 miles southeast of Sparta, or 13 miles west of Ava, moving east at 55 miles per hour. Expected hazards include tornado and quarter-size hail. This is a radar-indicated threat. The following impacts are expected. Flying debris will be dangerous to those caught without shelter. Mobile homes will be damaged or destroyed. Damage to roofs, windows, and vehicles will occur. Tree damage is likely. Locations impacted include Ava, Goodhope, Keltner, Drury, Brushknob, Gentryville. Take cover now. Move to a basement or an interior room on the lowest floor of a sturdy building. Avoid windows. If you are outdoors, in a mobile home, or in a vehicle, move to the closest substantial shelter and protect yourself from flying debris. This cluster of thunderstorms is capable of producing tornadoes and widespread significant wind damage. Do not wait to see or hear the tornado. For your protection, move to an interior room on the lowest floor of a building. Repeating, a tornado warning has been issued until 1 a.m. Central Standard Time for the following counties in Missouri, Christian, and Douglas.
This is a tornado warning that you just heard notification from the EAS activation. This is a tornado warning for East Central Christian County and Western Douglas County. This includes a good chunk of Douglas County, Ava, Good Hope, Drury, Gentryville, but it also does include parts of Christian County. This is a tornado warning that's been based on radar-indicated rotation. And that's why you're continuing to hear the KTTS tornado warning tones, in addition to the other tornado warning that we have right now. That is for southeastern Christian County and north central Taney County. So we have two tornado warnings right now for Christian County. One, the east central part of Christian County, and then one also in the southeastern part of Christian County that also extends into north central Taney County. So Taneyville and Garrison are a couple of the communities in the path of that storm. We also have a severe thunderstorm warning for Webster and Wright counties off to the east of Springfield until 1 a.m., and a severe thunderstorm warning for Douglas County that goes until 1:15 a.m., and then we also have a flash flood warning that's in effect for Barton and northwestern Jasper counties that will go until 4:45 a.m. Thanks to Kyle for sending us a note on Facebook. Kyle had 45-mile-per-hour winds and some dime-sized hail just north of Crane. That came over at about 11:49, so shortly before midnight. So we appreciate hearing from Kyle right now on that. Let's see if we've had any other reports come in via social media. We had a report about hail in Mount Vernon, and let's see. No, that's all we have right now. So we also have the National Weather Service saying that storm sirens are going off in the Ava area. That's because there is that tornado warning for western Douglas and east central Christian counties until 1 a.m., and some heavy rain started just a few minutes ago in the Seymour area with some lightning. So we're getting reports of lightning in Seymour, and this line of storms moving through Webster and eastern Christian counties. We're still watching that very closely because of tornadic potential, especially as it moves over into Douglas County from east central Christian County. So this is a tornado warning until 1 a.m. for the Ava, Keltner, Good Hope, Drury, Gentryville areas, and also a tornado warning until 12:30 for southeastern Christian and north central Taney counties. Tornado and ping-pong ball-sized hail are possible as a result of that storm as it moves through the Taneyville and Garrison areas. And then we have the severe thunderstorm warnings for Webster and Wright counties until 1 a.m. and the severe thunderstorm warning for Douglas County until 1:15 a.m. And just kind of looking at this thing right now on KTTS Interactive Radar, this storm is just about out of Christian County. It is hightailing it toward the Ava area, and it's just about out of Christian County. If you're in the Marshfield area, it looks like the storm just passed through Marshfield and is now in the eastern part of Webster County. So if you're over in Wright County, that storm is headed your way pretty quickly. The northern part of Taney County, which is also under a tornado warning right now, we're still seeing some pretty heavy rain and storms on that line that has really become more of a squall line now as it continues to move east of Springfield. So let's get another update just from our mobile units, just one final update on what they saw as they drove around the Springfield area tonight, now that these storms have moved out of the Springfield area. And we'll start with Jason Rima. And Jason, certainly a dangerous weather situation. And as you mentioned earlier, we hope that that there's no serious damage that comes out of this storm.
Yeah, these are the kind of things when you hear the EAS going off talking about 85-mile-an-hour wind gusts possible. That's pretty scary, especially this a storm spotter. This is not in our element to be out chasing at night when you can't see what's coming at you, and it's the possibility of those types of wind gusts. But most of what I ran into was some very strong wind gusts, maybe 40, 45 mile an hour down around the Nixa area. I know that I had to go about 40 miles an hour on 160 all the way from Springfield to Nixa, and that's posted speed limit there of about 55. So we had some really strong wind gusts and a lot of rain mixed in with that. So pretty lucky that didn't really have a whole lot of damage, at least that I saw there in the Nixa area. Let's go over to Joe Rios.
Yeah, the traffic along the Springfield roadways wasn't too bad as we were heading throughout the night in the metro, but as we started getting later to around 65 and that visibility, the rain picked up quite a bit once we got to the east side of Springfield. And that is what was really the big concern, is for anybody out here driving along the highways, especially around 65 and James River to the flyover, the amount of wind that was starting to pick up, reduced visibility, and it's just, it was very uncertain whether or not to continue along the roadways. While we may have not had any kind of flooding issues, it was more of a concern of just driving on the roadway and reducing that speed just a bit. You had some vehicles that had to pull to the side of the road because they just weren't sure about taking it any further along these roadways. But overall, the storm has passed. But just keep in mind, anytime you're out here, to keep those things in mind when you're dealing with heavy rainfall, wind, and visibility, that things can happen really fast. Joe Rios, KTTS Storm Chaser coverage.
All right, the National Weather Service has gone ahead and canceled that tornado warning that was set to expire here in a couple of minutes anyway at 12:30. This is for southeastern Christian and north central Taney counties. The storm has moved out of the area, therefore they're allowing that warning to expire. So no longer a tornado warning here after another minute or so for southeastern Christian and north central Taney counties. So that's going to leave us with one tornado warning that's still in effect. It goes until 1 o'clock for western Douglas County. Now, east central Christian County is included on there, but that storm is pretty much out of Christian County. And if they're allowing the southeastern Christian County warning to expire, I would think that the one for east central Christian County is going to be expiring also. However, it is still in effect for western Douglas County until 1 a.m. If you're in the Ava area, you need to be taking shelter right now, as well as Good Hope, Drury, Gentryville. Those areas are still under the gun. So if you are in Ava, for example, or Drury or Gentryville, you need to take cover now. Move to a basement or an interior room of the lowest floor of a sturdy building. Avoid windows. If you're outdoors in a mobile home or in a vehicle, move to the closest substantial shelter and protect yourself from flying debris. Now, this cluster of thunderstorms is capable of producing tornadoes and widespread significant wind damage. So for your protection, move to an interior room on the lowest floor of a building. So that's the one tornado warning we have right now for western Douglas County. That goes until 1 a.m. We also have a severe thunderstorm warning until 1 a.m. for Webster and Wright counties. This does include the Marshfield, Seymour, and Fordland areas. And we have a severe thunderstorm warning for Douglas County. This is the Ava, Van Zant, Drury, Gentryville areas until 1:15 a.m. In addition to that, tornado warning that could be producing some ping-pong ball-size hail for central Douglas County. And just as I was surmising that the east central Christian County warning has been canceled, we do have that official notification now from the National Weather Service. So things are starting to move out of the Springfield metro area now. We're going to get ready to return you to your regular programming on our Summit stations here in Springfield, our Summit Media Corps stations. But we do want to let you know that we will be back on KTTS with updates as long as there are these severe thunderstorm and tornado warnings in place, especially that one tornado warning that we have right now for the Ava area. So we'll be back on with an update in just a little bit. Our wall-to-wall weather coverage on our stations here in Springfield is sponsored by Big O Tires. I'm Don Luzader, KTTS Storm Chaser coverage.
When the weather turns bad, depend on 94.7 today's KTTS.